Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Looking to put a drive together. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 37-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Allen off the play fake. That's caught. Puka Nacua. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Puka Nacua, 63 yards. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
You want to make sure the defense sees him. You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys that are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned him, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Here. He's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Jackson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trained, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Motion, KC!
Back to Taylor on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Jackson going to run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Taylor is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. They give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going to be taken in here by McCool. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 18. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next, the score. Falcons 14-7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. And he's got Pierce. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do...
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
27 yards.
A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Allen. Over the middle and complete to Addison. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Now Allen. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Colts first down.
Jackson. That's complete to Pierce. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hill going to go in motion right. From the gun, Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
2 yards.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw, it's Allen. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Gibbs is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. Jackson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Want to see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Warren. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good bouncer does.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 20.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 40.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's still on his feet. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards on the ground. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Puka Nacua with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because it was an absolute carved up the secondary in clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Make it to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to it before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
To throw is Jackson. Looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Allen going to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was run down at the 4-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we've been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a second and one.
Well, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're talking about what I'm thinking about.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oftentimes we play some offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, I don't know what you're seeing from the safeties. They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Open nose, chase complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.